Be confident with yourself. October 30, 2013. Be truthful when you answer. Are you one who tends to worry about what others think of you regardless if their opinions are based on your appearance or of how you think? Worrying about what other people think of you carries unpleasant energy that can produce equally unpleasant thoughts and negative self-talk. We witness often dear souls trying to meet strangers' approval on how they dress, on how they conduct their life choices from the rumors they hear, and they themselves help to create a negative cycle that attracts more harm than good until an overwhelming power from within comes forward that will end that depreciative cycle, and the negative energy gets replaced for uplifting light energy. Anytime you perceive that you are being judged, most times you truly are not. As humans, you tend to overthink and overanalyze every single interaction and experience that comes into contact with you. Many times you may not be aware of this occurring because analyzing others seems to happen all on its own. You take in any flaws or imperfections that person may have on the outside without considering any goodness that may be underneath. Become a quick observer and recognize when you begin to overthink any situation. This is a self-abusive pattern and only you can end it. Purposely give yourself credit and compliments for any part of your personality that you like, and what you know is not perfect. Accept this as homework. How your outer appearance is viewed does not reflect your inner beauty or goodness. It's what is on the inside that is most recognizable and memorable. Build up your self-esteem by thinking good thoughts of yourself more often and pay attention to the smaller details. If you have become used to thinking negative, you know then this is a learned habit, and as with all habits they can be changed and broken by the conscious effort of your will and action. Remember, even the people or things that you consider to be perfect also carry imperfections. Not one person or thing is perfect. There is always a drawback or a flaw to be found. But to us, and what we encourage you to see is not their imperfections but of the beauty that is there, that is more than physical. Always put your best foot forward without trying to undermine or underperform yourself. Accept that right now you are the best you can be. Tomorrow is another day. Keep your attention to the here and now and love what you see and not what your ego has been trying to get you to conform to. When you worry too much about what others think, your own perception is clouded and small issues are often tightly scrutinized, and even with such close-up of trying to find fault, you are unable to see the good because you are expecting to see something that truly is not there. Create a new habit, dear ones, but looking at the big picture of your journey without the worry of what other people think. Know what you know well, since the path you are on is yours, nobody else's. Don't allow what other people think control or hinder your development and enjoyment life has to offer you. Make a list of what you are currently grateful for and work on this list once a day and watch it grow. When you go back later to see what you have added, you come to realize there is much in your life that is tangible and worthy of your gratitude. You have your health, family, trusted friends, intelligence, etc. Through what you are able to honestly see without the viewpoint of others, you will discover all that you do have and not worry about what you don't. Appreciate, dear ones, all that you have achieved, knowing full well there is more coming your way. Many dear souls focus on the big things because they are what is easiest to be seen. We encourage you to find delight in the small things and see beauty thriving all around you. Beauty comes in many guises, from children playing with their pets, watching a seedling begin to stretch skyward, the sun streaming through the trees on an early winter morn. The examples are endless, but we are positive you understand beauty is with you each and every day, and none of it has to do with pretty clothes, styled hair, makeup, or forced conformity. The eagle that soars above in the sky has no worry or care if you think it's beautiful. It does not worry that it's beautiful. It simply flies. It hunts and does what eagles do best. In order to end the need to please others with your appearance, you need to become more confident with yourself through accomplishments you have achieved. Stop second-guessing yourself. Every time you second-guess or doubt yourself, you are allowing your ego to choose what is best for you, when it is your heart that brings you to what is best and of the highest of good, because your heart is filled with goodness and love, and where there is love the ego cannot reside. The more you accustom yourself to following the direction of your heart and by making your own decisions based on where you wish to go rather than what someone else thinks, you will raise your confidence and find how much more satisfying your journey becomes. Too many times we observe so many dear souls prejudging themselves because they expect others to deliver judgments, opinions and other viewpoints. Your thoughts are very powerful. Instead of expecting that someone will say or do anything because of your appearance, give yourself a smile, and smile at the dear souls whom you assume are going to judge you based on your appearance. Smiling helps to enhance your self-esteem and it illustrates to others that you are confident in your appearance and most importantly with yourself. Most people that are smiled to before speaking to them will return the gesture, and your interaction becomes much more enjoyable and any stress that was threatening dissolves. When interacting with others, there is always the potential of not being understood. When you know you are going to share something, an insight or idea, don't think that it's going to fail before you mutter a single word. Envision success from the discussion or interaction instead, and find ways that will help you deliver what you wish to say, and share successfully and with confidence. Emotions and feelings can lead you to feeling you are on a never-ending roller coaster if they are permitted to run rampant. When you are constantly worrying about what another person thinks of you and of your appearance, this only intensifies your feelings and oftentimes brings about even greater emotions that create fear, prevent happiness and bring more stress into your already busy day. It's important to be aware of any emotion that is moving through you. Recognize what this emotion is and see it as being separate from you so that it's not an actual part of you, and slowly watch this emotion dissolve into nothingness. The moment you consciously observe an emotion, dear ones, you become separated from it, and if it's no longer connected to you, it no longer exists. What seems to be the hardest for most dear souls is the acceptance of themselves. Because so many dear souls are so obsessed about how they look in order to appeal to another person's approval, they forget that the most important approval does not come from any one person, but from themselves. Accept yourself for exactly who you are, how you look and where you are on your journey. If there are things that you, not another person, thinks needs to be changed, then it is you that must discover ways to make what needs to be improved a success. Don't complain about what you don't like, instead do something about it. If what you don't like about yourself is fixable, then fix it your way with your own influence and power. If you come across something you cannot alter, then remind yourself what you cannot change could always be worse and that there are dear souls in the world right now facing worse physical conditions. Learn to realize that some of the things you tend to worry about are really, truthfully not important, but you made them important through negative self-talk and negative thought forms. We encourage each of you to access more often your inner self, not your outer person. Don't give so much power to your appearance that it takes away from your actual beauty and self-worth. It is your inner self, the beautiful divine spirit that resides within your precious heart, that holds the true beauty of your true self. It is this beauty, this simple unadorned preciousness of your truest form of self that God sees. There are great spiritual implications if a dear soul obsesses over their outward appearance, which prevents them from seeing the real beauty of their authentic nature because they are too busy collecting fast-paced gadgets and what people think of them. Your life does not truly become richer simply because you have accumulated many material items. They do not take into account the purity of your soul that lives through all you do alongside your heart in all actions. They are just things. You are real, filled with endless opportunities to grow, to develop and to become all that you are meant to. It is up to you, dear ones, how your journey will progress. It always has been. And the action of giving your power to others through your need to please them with your appearance or to dictate how your life should go. Appreciate their suggestions with kindness and love, but remember, this is your journey. Even if your choices brings you to choices that produce what you consider to be a mistake, this choice holds your power and provides you with the opportunity and potential to learn what to change in order to produce a different outcome. Be confident with who you are on the inside and allow this strength of inner character shine glowingly on the outside. You are your own person, as you cannot be any other. And so it is. I am Archeia. Lady Radiant through Julie Miller. spiritualnetworks.com